G'day, how you going? Ianapolis here, your acrylic guru from Australia. Welcome to my video where I like to teach beginners how to paint in acrylic. Now the size of my canvas is 12 inch by 16.5 inch. I will put those sizes down after I finish filming, and the colours as well will be in the description below. There's also some links there, so check the links out. There's 12 of them there, get to know what's there. And if you're a patron of mine, you will be notified when I do a tutorial, when it's edited, before it actually goes to air, you get to see the painting of what's coming up ahead, okay? So you get a bit of a privilege there if you became a patron of mine. Links in the description below if you want to become a patron. If you want me put her on a brush and a couple of blenders that I use to blending my clouds, message me on Facebook and you can buy them through me direct there. All right, I'll get a bit of this. Now I've got some craft white. Wow, that light's dimmed down, hasn't it? How's the canvas looking? That's all right. So I've got some craft white and a bit of retarder in there, and I'm going to prime the sky half first so as I can get the blending colours up there. It's going to be a nice painting, this. Simple but effective. So we'll get all this crisscrossed onto there. Get some more on there with this beautiful putter on a brush. Now, I remember when I was watching people learning how to paint on YouTube, it took forever for them to get the first colour on. And I used to be waiting and waiting, and that's why I use a putter on a brush and I don't muck around, I just get right into it, because I used to hate waiting, and I just assume that whoever's watching me is probably sort of thinking the same. Just get on with it, will you? So there we go, I've used the tip of the brush. I can come down past that a little bit if I want. And that is nice and smooth, beautiful, ready to go. We want some red gold, little bit of, where's my Indian yellow? Indian yellow, there it is over there. Okay, got some Indian yellow. Oh yeah, oh goodness me. He had a hard day, that one. I've got some white. Where's me white? Where's me titanium white? Why didn't I grab me white either? Here it is. I've got it. Here it is. I'll grab some white as well. Okay, lids are off. They stay off in case I need them. Now I want me red gold first. Where's some more? I want more of that. It's not enough there. Now if you don't have red gold, find a deep orange or an Australian sienna. All right, so we'll get at least all the sky done the one value, and then I can add the darker values with it and the lighter values appropriately. So there we go. Now I'm going to add a bit of darker down the bottom. There are a few, that's brushed very smoothly. There are a few left and right lines in it. They look good. They add depth into the sky there. I want a bit of yellow oxide maybe. So I'll grab some yellow oxide as well. I won't worry about washing the brush. I'll just give it a bit of a wipe. And I'll get some of this, let's hope that's dark enough, just to get the horizon line kind of dark. Oh yes, yes, so that and the orange has given me the colour I wanted. Yep, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Look at that, I like that. And we can probably do what they do in the art world and put a bit of top darkness up there. Gee whiz, I can't see, the light's got so much glare. Lighting okay, everyone can see okay? Okay, now, what's next? Oh, I've got to wash that again. Now, we've got the Indian yellow. I want to grab this in the middle where the sun is. Where are we? And the sun's going to be pretty much smack bang in the guts of it all. So a bit of yellow there. Boomity boom. There we go. Now I'm going to grab my blending brush and a rag, and I want to blend that yellow into that red orange so it's a beautiful transition if I can. So I'm going to do it long ways. First I'll stamp all that so it's sort of even and lovely and lustful. Now that retarder in the paint is keeping it quite moist enough to blend like this. I've got to wipe it with my rag constantly, and I'm going to jut that out. Jut it out here, jut it up there, and jut it out this way as well. Jut it right out so it's fading into that red gold. You can't see where it stopped and started, and I've got a flaming hair in there now. That's what happens when you let cats into your domain. Now I've got rid of it. I stuck it with me paint and pulled it up. Hopefully it don't come back like a repeat offender. There we go, that's fine, that is fine. You might not see it. Oh yes you can, I'm just looking in the monitor there. We've got a hint of yellow. Now I'm going to grab that pouncer that I had, and down here I'm just going to first wet it with the softer paint. Where are we? With the craft paint, get it all in there. If you ever use a pouncer, wipe the edges off, because sometimes they give you blobby surprises. And now I'm going to use the quality titanium white out of the tube. Now what I mean by blobby surprises, oh you can't see it on the glass, but you want to get rid of any edges, any blobby edges on there. Oh, cats are on the tin roof. Okay, now we're just going to do our simple moon smack bang in the guts of that. Or is it the sun? Is it the sun? Now you can do it two ways. I'm sticking it straight on and off. There you go. You might like it like that, or back in the same spot. Bit of a twist, just a bit of a subtle twist. Bit more anywheres, bit more. Beautiful, that's it. We'll just do, hopefully it'll pick up some of the colour there. Thank you, Deborah. Now I've just got it in my hog bristle fan brush. It's quite a firm brush. Long ones like this, in the very distance, add depth like it's far, far away. Boom. How's that? Yeah, that's okay. The brush is getting a little bit dirty, but I just want to put maybe, I don't know, should we put something up? I shouldn't really. Oh golly, I'm started now. I'm just going to stamp and mash it. See, I'm tripping over and moving and stumbling and twisting it around. I'm not going ding, 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 ding like that. I'm kind of stumbling and tripping, leaving some undercolour between the footprint of the cloud. I always do that. I don't know why, but I just do. See the middle bit here? There? I'll go from about there down, but see how I've got the sky colour poking through? I don't want to blend the living buggery out of that and just make a creamy mash. I want to try and save that, so I blend that bit, but lo and behold, look how much is on the brush already. You constantly got to pick it up, wipe it, get the bottom, pull that into the atmosphere there. Oh my goodness, I love that. Look at that bang. I'll give this one a bit of a something as well. So I'll use the corner edge there if I can. This sky is still so wet, which allows all this to happen. There you go. Bang. Just so that doesn't look like a big white mark, we'll make it look a bit more bullshitty. There we go. Now, tickle the tops a little bit just to give them some charisma. I'm very lightly dancing it, stamping and dancing on the top there. And that can do it. it's got the colours in there. Okay, like that. There we go. There we go, look at that. There we go. There's not as much blending in me water than what there is in the skies. But having the craft paint, underneath it helps you to merge the colours. It helps me to merge them anyway. Was that a hair or a pencil line? Pencil line. Thought it was a hair. Now where's me horizon line? Somewhere there. Now your horizon line has a lot to do with your picture, believe it or not. The higher it is, where are we? Oh, that's okay. We're going to have land out there, so that's cool. I'll just do it to there. We're going to have some land mass out there, so that's fine. Now we're going to do the water. So I'll stroke that left and right. I'm just going to wipe the brush like a gentleman. G'day Cindy, Margaret, Christina, Quoot Mooter. Now, the water. Back down here. I want to keep those colours, so I'll give them a bit of a snibble of that. And we want the red gold again. Which one's the red gold pole? That one there. Red gold, Indian yellow, and a bit of yellow ochre. There you go. Now we're going to pretty much again, like the sky, map it all in with our medium colour. That's the light and that's the darker one. Listen to me breathe, eh? Okay. All right, I'm going to push all this in. I have to put her on a brush. Get right into it. There we go. Now I'm going to iron it like the sheet you just bought. You buy your packets of new sheets and then all got fold marks and creases in them, and you're just ironing it now. There we go. Now that sky can dry. I could have dried the sky. I'm not going to in this because it's a light video. Now we're going to put a little bit of dark in there, so I'm just going to wipe that brush like a gentleman and grab some of the Indian yellow. I just want a band of this coming around here, because this top half's going to be quite shadowed, so I want some of this pretty much there. You might not pick it up, but I can see it. Now I'm going to blend that with the tip of the brush into that red gold there. Come up to the top here like that. There we go. Beautiful. Now I've got some greys down here, so I want to mix up some grey blue. So what I'm going to do is the grey blue I'm going to mix. I'm not going to try and put that light colour into that much dark colour. What I do, this is what I do, that's how much of the mixture I want. So I start with the light and then I start incorporating the darker colour into it to create the value I'm looking for. And it's sort of this cerulean blue and that grey, to me it gives me that silvery look. There we go. Something there, a little bit more, a little bit more. Tell you what, I use a lot of paint. That's grey silver. Yep, grey blue I mean. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to stamp this on and then smear it across. Like that. I can control how I'm putting it onto the canvas, okay? So that's why I'm pushing it to the top of my putter on a brush. And this is pretty much all the way to about there. So let me get it How can I do this? If anything, it's going to be softer out here. So I'll do this bit first where it's softer. Keep it in level, in cahoots with the horizon line. It's all opened, it's open. You can do this. See how easy I did that? Just stamped it on like that. Now I'm going to start getting a bit aggressive. Not aggressive, but a bit heavy. Heavy it in there, heavy it in there. There we go, like that. It's got to be real heavy at that horizon line. We're going to have some foreground land there. So that's quite solid there. And it's breaking up as we come down. Now you can either use this brush, but I feel I might use a blending brush just to smear it across the canvas, all right? So let's grab a blending brush. Where did I put my blending brush? It's in the water. Got to grab another one. Where are you? We'll use this one here. Oh, wow, I'm just looking in the monitor. Love from Ireland. Okay, so I'm pulling that back because I need some elbow room. I'm going to start from here. Let me get rid of that orange paint there. And I want to go right across. Don't even stop. Don't even stop. Bang. Wipe it off and see the bottom half. Turn your brush around and just get your brush and migrate that into the lower half there. And that is it. That's all you need to do for that bit, all right? Because we're going to add some shimmer there as well. Do I do that now or later? I'll do that now. I need a bit of white, the Indian yellow and the white, so it's not quite white and it's not quite Indian yellow. There we go, get some more of that into there. Is that the colour we want? That's the colour I'm looking for, yes. That's the colour I'm looking for. I should have done this before I done that, but not to worry. There's me moon. So we're going to start from there. So now listen, the higher the moon, the more spayed out this is there, and it can be a bit sharper here. But the lower that moon is, it's real tight. The reflection's a lot tighter against the horizon line. So I'm just fiddling around there first, and then I'm going to stamp that in there. I'm going to get more on the brush because there's not a, on this pouncer because there's not enough on it. Stamp it in there, Ian, stamp it in there, and let it fade. Turn your pouncer around to get, there we go. There we go, and I need some more in the guts there. And it's fading there. Now what I'm going to do, I'll throw that away. That brush that I smeared all that silvery blue, I'm wiping it. And, sorry about those camera movements. We're going to go again, waterfy it. Waterfy it straight across the painting. What I mean by waterfy it is make it look like it's water. Simple. I know I might say simple, but trust me, it is simple because I know you can do it. People say, but I can't, Ian. You can with practice. A lot of people don't realise they need the practice. I want a little bit of shimmer, so I'm just going to grab my flat toothbrush down here. A little bit of white. Simple how I do this. I've got that. I get my finger and I spread it like butter. Okay? Oobly bit of water there. Flat toothbrush in the water and start pulling that white paint into there. Okay? Now you can either tint it up with that colour if you want or not. Now if it's not watery enough, it won't come off. And if it's too watery, it goes everywhere. So I just want to, this adds that element of, wow. Now I need a bit more water. When I added that blue, I lessened the water intake. So I'm just loading it up again. See, so this is not pure white in the blue there, it's just got that blue tinge in it. Now I'll just wipe that and add the pure white to it now. I'll just drop the brush on the floor. Down here we'll just get some white now. Yeah. Oh, lovely. Look at that. There we go. All over Red Rover. I've got to dry this now so we can add everything else on there. So we're going to get a bit of a noise from the dry, but that's okay. I'll try and talk to some of the people in the chat there. That'll do it. That'll do it. All right. Marilyn Trucks or Trauks, thank you very much for your super chat. Thanks for being you. You're welcome, and thank you for supporting my content. Now, I want to grab this paint here. That's too dark. I want to lighten it a bit. Just, there we go. Get some more white. Pour that in there. Now you need this quite inky as well. Not too inky though, where you can see through it. You got me? Now I'm going to grab my, where are we? Need it quite straight out there. So I'm going to grab my bullshit stick and we'll get a nice straight line across that horizon line. Okay, so we'll sit this across there like that. Now I'm just going to rest the flat on there. Go to the height you want, see here, and just go all the way across your painting. It's inky enough. It did it in one pass, really. Don't muck with it, Ian. Okay, there it is there. Now I'm grabbing my filbert, and I might have to do a couple of passes of this, but we're pretty much, that's why I dried the sky so as I can stamp this on like so, and leave some air in between them if you want. It's not that far away. Because where I'm stamping this on now to that line, I could get some lift up from below, and if I do, well, it's just a matter of drying it and reapplying it to thicken up the colours there, okay? And it's just going to be this colour out here. Now, because it's evening time, night time, there is no reflection pulled down into this water. Some people seem to think every painting, water, trees have to have a reflection. Depending on the time of the day it's the painting's representing, it may or may not need it. Okay, come over here. These are quite easy to do and they're quite effective. I'm not going to go, I was going to do that, but I won't, bugger it. I'll sort of change it up a bit. Bits of air in the trees there, look at that. So long as you keep it solid at the bottom, just umbrella shapes. Get some air in there, lovely, look at that. Solid down the bottom. You can have air in the rest of it. This turned out to be quite a perfect texture, the amount of water I put in it actually. Bit of air there, bit of sky windows, and then I'll solidify it all the way down to the actual bottom. There we go. Right off the painting there, get right off the painting, and that's it. That is it. I can see where, you can still see where it's meeting my line. That's all retarded paint under there. That's why I don't like painting on wet retarded paint underneath. I just got to see it's lifting. But you at home will have the chance to dry it, have a cup of tea, make a sandwich. Okay, and what we can do for the art's sake, just for the art's sake, I'll get rid of that, it looks a bit weird there. Just for the art's sake, we can grab some of this white. Can you see that? Yeah, just. We'll come over here and we'll get a lighter value mixed up. Mix both sides when you brush mix. And just roughly where that sun is setting, it's wet. I might have to have dried it. We can probably put some distinct highlights here, dribbling over the dark colours there. I just want to see in my monitor, is that doing any good? Yes. If I don't like it, I can put the dark back over it. Just about there, radiating out from about there. There we go. That'll do. Now is that water dry? Yep, well dry enough. Dry enough. I'm just grabbing some dark back because I feel I buggered that bit there. Yeah. You can really detail this trees if you've got time. I don't have time, but you can put some tall palm just sticking out there if you want. Okay, now where are we going next? Oh, we need the swell lines here. So I want to grab the yellow ochre and my brush, which is this one here. It's a round brush. I've got the yellow ochre. I'm going to grab some water next to it. And I am so thirsty. I'm live, so I need a refreshment. I'm going to crack a cold one. There you go, look at that. Oh yeah, way to go. I'm grabbing the yellow ochre, yellow oxide, yellow ochre, whatever you, tomato, tomato, tomato. Okay, grab your stick. And we're just pretty much, I hope this is the right colour, nice and thin, and come around in an arch, bang, like that, and finish it off. Can you see that? Oh, it'll help if I move the camera, eh? People get gravely disappointed when you don't move the camera. I've just mixed a little bit of burnt umber with that paint. I'll do that run again. Ice Coffee says, "G'day Bruce, how you going, mate?" Bruce, me mate Bruce. I rest on me bullshit stick, and this is how you get a bullshit line. You watch, ready? Nice and fat, twist it, coming back up, and nice and thin. But this end here, I've got to turn that snot into bullshit. That's got to be nice and sharp, then coming fat, okay? I'll bugger that bit there. There we go. Anyway, what you do with these lines, you need to get them me stick's probably hiding a lot, but I'll show you when I move it, you'll get an idea. Down there, that first one I put on's a wee bit fat. Doesn't matter. It's because I've got too much on the beginning. Come from here. There, stop, reload it, get some more paint on your brush, there, all the way around here, come a bit fatter, twist it up, boom, that's the colour they should be. I'll move my stick so I can get into there because I'm balking myself with the stick. Okay, who we got there? Morning from Louisville, Kentucky. Fabulous. I would love to watch a vlog on how you create different types of clouds. Go to the link below where I've got my videos, and I've got plenty of cloud tutorials. Look at the thumbnails. And whatever the thumbnail is, that's the actual painting. Where else are we going? I'm going to have to fix these up when it's finished, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to do, huh? Let me have a look in there, yeah. Now, see the reflection of the moon / sun, whatever it is, the sky object. What we do now to make to give it a bit of charisma, we get that colour, which is pretty much the yellowy bit down here, the Indian yellow, and we sort of slice that from its reflection. Let's hope it's not too transparent. So we're here. We're a bit there. We want to bring a bit out. Splice it out. A bit out there. A bit out there. Nice and thin. I'm going to need my other thinner brush now because that one's too fat. I forgot to pick up my finer one. Is that camera picking it up? There we go. I hope you can see that. Now we're pretty much slicing that into the orange there from the yellow, and with a bit of luck it might look like it's supposed to look. There we go. I've got to get some swans in there yet. A couple of water birds. I don't mind doing water birds. How's that looking? That'll do it. We could probably radiate something out here just to cover up any nonsense that you're not happy with. I'm not happy with this big fat thing there, eh? Now I need that brush again, and I'm going to use I'm going to blackulate that burnt umber. So what I mean by that is I'm getting some black, because I don't want it black, and I don't want it just brown. I'll wash that brush because it's got white in it. How long have I been going for? 44 minutes. Bit of luck I can finish this in an hour. And I'm going to blackulate that brown, okay? Get a bit of water in there. Oh, trying to hold back a bloody burp. Bit of trivia, what colour's a burp? You probably know that they're purple, for those who didn't know. Right, where's that brush? Where he is here. What I'm going to need is my little water thing. This just saves a lot of time, having a little hydrated tub of water there like that. That way you can, instead of moving up and down. Now what I've got to do is I've got to try and do a swan. That's inky enough. I'm going to try and do a swan or two out here. So what I'll do is I'll grab my other stick and we'll put way up here. Now let's hope we don't get any drips. I'll just, where's me? I'll just zoom in on that a bit. Bear with me a moment. There we go. Now, we'll get one about here. Bingle, bangle, down there. That's the gist of him. And he's going to have a bit of a body. Got that dicky bit sticking out the back there and onto the water. Now, is that close enough? That's as close as I can get it. Now, I want to just not detail it, finesse it. His beak's a bit blunt. Get him to the appropriate thickness. Come on. There we go. Now, he's on the water, water's flat, so do the base of him where he's hitting the water, do that flat, okay? And it's just a silhouette, so it's an easy way to do a bird because the sun's behind it anyway. That's why it's in silhouette. Now we will get a bit of a reflection here, and then a bit of a reflection for his head, just fading away there like that. How's that looking? Not too bad so far. His chest needs to be a bit more pouty, I reckon. He's trying to impress the females. There we go. We'll just scallop his reflections out a bit. Okay. And we are going to put some more in there. So we'll probably get another one just behind him. Gavin's out here, just nice pointy. This one's a bit further back, but behind him. So you won't see much of his body because it's distorted from Maitland's body. So we've got Maitland, Gavin, got a whole family going on here. Now we're also going to radiate this one's reflection in the water there, something like that. How's that looking? Yeah, that'll do. It's not the best, but it'll do. Now, Gavin's chest isn't pouty enough. There we go. And we'll put one more, say here. This one's probably a little bit closer. We've got a lot of swans in Western Australia, Perth, hence the name of our main river going through our city there is the Swan River. A lot of things, we've got Swan Lager beer and we've got a lot of swan stuff here. I think it's our state emblem at one stage, it was or is, or I don't know. Right, there's Margaret. Now we'll give her a bit of a shadow in the water as well. Come down about there. Don't want too much on the brush. Makes sense? Yes, it just makes it. Dee, these could be Canadian goose in silhouette, right profile. Yeah. They can be goose. They can be geese. Because with reflections, if you scallop them out like that, I'm not going to do it because I'll end up buggering up. But it's like I did there. Pretty much it. I'll put a signature on there. What colour should the signature be? I reckon I'll go the dark umbery colour. Now be sure to check out the links in the description below. I want to thank all my patrons who support my content every month, and like I said in the group, all patrons who get to see an early release of all my videos that's coming up before anybody else on YouTube do. Just be sure though, if you are a patron, do not share those photos anywhere until the video from YouTube has been released. Then you can do what you want with it. But over time, those photos will gradually be distributed over YouTube. But you patrons just get the first look of what's coming out. All right, we'll whack a frame on that and see how it looks. Get there, you, where are you? Oh, it's a bit high at the moment, but there you go. That's not too shabby. Couple of swans in a lake. We've got some distance, got some clouds. I better move that to the right spot there. There we go. All right, and I know you can do that. All right, I had fun doing this, and I hope you did as well. It's something a beginner can do. Ask me any questions if you have any questions in the comments below, and they'll be acknowledged in my up and coming Friday Night Live. Check out the links, and if you like what I'm doing, be sure to tell your friends. But if you don't, you tell everybody. Goodbye, good luck, and good on you.